Hello and welcome to this video on GrabCAD Print updates for the month of October. My name is Robert French and I'm a 3D printing applications engineer with GoEngineer. There's a lot of cool enhancements this month. Let's talk about the pro version of the software first. Most of the enhancements center around the build report. We're now going to have material estimates for the purged part or sacrificial tower. We're also going to have time estimates for individual parts. This is my favorite enhancement by far. We're no longer having to take separate part files, load them onto different trays in order to understand how long they take to print. We can do that all within one tray file. Lastly, the Excel file we export is now going to combine the build report and tray summary on different sheets, but one Excel file, giving us a lot of information in one spot. Here in software, we have a simple FDM F370 tray loaded up with 6 parts. If we click our View Estimates button, we'll be taken to our tray summary where we see total support and material usage. Jumping over to the Build Report section, we'll see a breakdown by part and now include the purge part as well. We can export all of this information to an Excel spreadsheet here, and when we jump over to the Excel spreadsheet, we're now seeing 2 tabs, Tray Summary, which is the total usage of material and support, and also our build report, which gives us a breakdown by part, and now also includes that very valuable print time. Here's the updates that everyone gets in this month's version of GrabCAD Print. There's a new measure tool, which works with points and planes. We can rename parts, assemblies, and bodies inside of the project panel. We have new selection options, including Select All, and the ability to invert our current selection. We also have specific improvements to machines. For H350, we can now colorize our parts in a nest. Sometimes it's hard to discern different parts inside of a tightly packed nest, but now we can colorize the parts to see them more easily. We also have layer line visualization, where we can kind of quickly identify problem areas, problem surfaces that might have kind of awkward layer lines during a print. Lastly, a really cool enhancement, Origin 1 is now fully integrated into GrabCAD Print. We no longer have to use different softwares to generate support. We can do all of it inside of GrabCAD Print. Really cool, slowly seeing Stratasys integrate all of its technologies into one software platform. Measure can be found on the right-hand side of the screen with all of our other tools. We can do point-to-point, plane-to-point, or point-to-plane. This can help us understand spacing between different bodies, or perhaps confirm that an STL is using the correct units. In our project panel, we can now rename our parts. This goes very well with the new ability to label parts, as labels can automatically draw upon the part, assembly, or body name. With different selection options, we can really speed up our workflow. We can simply select all parts on a tray. Or, if I wanted to set a certain infill style for these housings, I could do so, right-click, and now invert my selection, grabbing all the lids and setting a different infill style. The H350 enhancements are found at the top of the screen in what is called the View Control strip. We can turn on colorization, and you can see how it really clarifies different parts and bodies on the build tray. We can also use layer line visualization. This helps us identify problem areas that might not give us the greatest quality during an actual print. We also had the P3 enhancements for full integration into GrabCAD Print. That warrants its own video, which we are going to create at some point in the future. My name is Robert French. Thanks for watching.